Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unrestricted Flavor. I'm your host, Mark Dirksing. Today we are going to finish our chicken patties. So we've already combined our chicken, potatoes, herbs, eggs, etc. into a mix. Today we are going to shape that mix into patties. We're going to coat them in a Rice Panko mix. We're going to air fry them and they'll be ready to go. And again, so these are perfect for vacations, perfect for travel, perfect for trips to the zoo. They're very versatile, very easy to pack up. And again, you can eat them cold or hot, depending on the situation. All right, so let's go ahead and get these finished. All right, so this Rice Panko mix is actually really quite easy. We're just gonna add some salt and pepper to a box of the gluten-free Rice Panko. So I'll go ahead and get this out. We're just gonna go ahead and dump the entire package into you can do it on a plate, in a bowl, whatnot. And then we're just going to add a teaspoon of pepper and half a teaspoon granulated salt. And we're just going to mix that around. And that's it. All right, so we have our chicken mix that we had in the fridge overnight. We're just going to, hands are clean, get a little scoop of the mix, shape it into a patty, put it into our Rice Panko mix, and then we're going to put this into our air fryer. We'll go ahead and make another patty. Again, you can play around with the shape. I do these in chicken nuggets. I can make them into small little loaves, or you can just keep them as the patties. Put them in our air fryer. Then we are going to put a little dollop of olive oil butter on top, and that will help it to brown. And I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have our patties in the air fryer trays, we are going to use, and this is what I use, Country Crock plant butter with olive oil. It is lactose-free. And I will just scoop out a little dollop, and I put that on the top of the chicken patty. And so as it cooks, this butter will melt around and the Rice Panko will turn a nice golden brown, and rather than air frying into this like white crummy, it just doesn't look as nice. And honestly, it tastes so much better. I've been working on this recipe for quite a few years, and this is honestly the best way it's ever tasted. So, all right, we're now gonna go put this in the air fryer. I'm gonna adjust the camera. Let's see, there we go. Okay, so when it comes to your air fryer, I've had my air fryer previous to this one, its lowest setting to air fry was 200 degrees. This one is 300 degrees, so I kind of have to adjust my cooking. The whole idea behind this is that you want to do a very low heat cook at first for about 15 to 20 minutes. So the lowest setting on your air fryer for about 15-20 minutes. If your setting's lower than 300, I would shoot for the 20 minutes. If it's about 300 like mine, it's going to be about 15 minutes. And then you're going to jump the heat up to its highest setting, around 400. And then you are going to cook it on each side for about 5 minutes each. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, after our first bake, this is what they look like. So this was 300 degrees for 20 minutes. Now we are going to bump up the temperature to, I believe mine's 390, and we're going to do that 5 minutes on each side. All right, this is after the first 5-minute bake. We're going to go ahead and flip them. And cook them for 5 minutes on the other side. Again, at like that 390 to 400 setting, somewhere in that average. Oops. All right. We're going to put these back in for another 5 minutes, and then they are done. And there you have it for chicken patties. So what you will do is just continue this process until you're out of your chicken and potato mix. And there you have it. It's not a simple recipe. I do understand that. It does take some time, but it's well worth it. So you should yield about between 12 and 15 patties out of this base. And what I normally do is I'll keep a couple out in the fridge, put the rest in the freezer. They reheat really well. You just defrost them in the microwave, or what I do is I keep them frozen, and by the time I get to my destination, they're usually pretty well thawed out for me to eat for lunch or for a dinner. So yeah, hopefully this is a recipe that you can use and enjoy. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching Unrestricted Flavor. I'm your host, Mark Dirksing. Let's start feeling better together.